Now it's time to press buttons and talk with Manky and ProZD.
Let's talk about this amethyst bloodstained crystal. I love it. It's the one that came off of Ms. Elise Donim's staff, which you're tied to the body when you throw it across the thing. And even more important is the place where this crystal sphere was found.
Indeed. I believe it's already marked on this overhead map.
That was a little orby. I don't know why you didn't make it purple.
The crystal was found... I didn't have purple crayons, okay?
I guess that makes sense. Precisely, Your Honor. In the very spot where the pendulum would arrive if given the right amount of speed and circumstances were perfect.
And it perfectly landed
This
with
seems-
no problem.
Am I the only one who thinks this is a highly implausible? What the fuck?
This explains your theory quite well, Mr. Wright.
What? What is going on?
Even this is just too far. You have provided us with a way the body could have been moved that night.
I guess Godo's cool with it.
Oh, yeah, sounds good to me.
An impressive deduction, Mr. Wright. Most impressive.
Oh, no, you weren't.
Mr. Wright!
What happened,
Yeah,
Godo?
I was not.
What happened?
I don't know. I thought this cold coffee might help cool you down.
It's not cold.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Wrong one.
Funny about that. You need to get your... Actually, I think it's Worcestershire. It's hot Worcestershire.
You boiled Worcestershire sauce?
Yeah, I guess
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Godo?
Sounds like I boiled Worcestershire sauce.
Mm-mm-mm. That was really good. I love that pot of beans. That was a dark and bitter guess that you made, Trite. But you forgot about one thing.
Oh? And what would that be?
Love.
The aroma.
Huh?
I don't know.
Okay. Can you just be quiet?
A coffee's most reliable accomplice is its deep and profound aroma.
We used to have a joke about pizza that wasn't in Spain. What's the best part of a pizza? The smell. Not gonna get into that.
Yep.
The rest of the court doesn't speak coffee-nese. Got him. Can you elaborate a bit more?
If the criminal had sent the body to the other side, like you say, then naturally there must have been an accomplice laying in wait to catch it.
An accomplice?
The criminal wasn't able to cross Dusky Bridge. So, who collected the body? What do you have to say about that, Trite? Huh, bitch?
You're not even good enough to be my fake.
Mr. Godo is correct. This can't be the work of a single person. Well, Mr. Wright, you know what you must do.
Yes, Your Honor. The body couldn't have made it to Hazakura Temple without an accomplice.
Very well then, if you please, Mr. Wright. Who was the person that received the body on the Hazakura Temple side?
Okay, let's
I believe
see.
that's gonna be old Iris.
Old Irish.
Old Irish.
Oh, it's old Irish.
My favorite drink, an old Irish.
It can only be you, Sister Irish. Irish. Huh? But I don't see why you're so surprised. The only way to transport the body from Dusky Bridge is by snowmobile. But with her bad back, Sister Bikini could never pick up a body like that.
And she can't drive the snowmobile.
You're the only one who could have managed it.
Objection! Trite. Were you even listening to the witness's testimony?
Spaced out here and there, but I got the gist.
On the night of the crime, this little cutie pie
Okay, that's uncomfortable.
was on cleanup duty in the inner temple garden after the mother-daughter bloodbath.
You are the prosecutor in my murder trial. Can you maybe not call me cutie pie? I haven't forgotten, but have you, Mr. Godo? This witness was also seen at Hazakura Temple, desecrating the corpse of the victim.
Strange indeed. It's almost as if, on that night, the defendant was in two different places at the same time.
Hold that thought, Your Honor.
Hold on, Sister Iris. Well, let me ask you something. Why didn't you mention it when you first gave your testimony? Mention what? The pendulum, of course. Because it's like bullshit. Like, she can just claim it didn't happen. Using this sketch drawn by an eyewitness, super reliable piece of evidence, I might add, I have established how the body was definitely moved using the burnt-out bridge.
Now, to be fair, because a totally separate party did draw something of a body,
it does kind of reciprocate it.
It does have some validity a little bit.
Why is that body on fire?
Really, the biggest problem is that the likelihood of the body perfectly getting released from the rope is absurd.
I want to see the scenario where they fuck up and it's just dangling there and they're like, well...
That or she just smashes into the cliffside or falls into the river.
Why not throw it in the river? We'll see. Yeah. Which means it's now a fact that this occurred. Something you should have already known. No! I had no idea! I didn't know anything about a pendulum. I don't even know what a pendulum is. But the body couldn't have been passed along to the other side without your help. So you should have known about it. In fact, it'd be impossible for you to be clueless about this whole thing. Unless you're not really Iris to begin with. What? How can you say that, Mr. Wright?
What? What kind of nonsense is this?
Listen, I'm just throwing shit at the wall.
You're saying this witness isn't Iris of Hazakura Temple?
Objection! Are you serious, Trite? You mean this woman is...
There's no one besides Iris that could have received the corpse that night. Now I get it. Now I know why I've been sick to my stomach during this trial. Had too many of those doubt seeds. Ugh. Why her whole demeanor, or doubt sprouts rather. Her whole demeanor changed so suddenly from yesterday. And why she's trying to pin this murder on Maya. The woman that's standing there at the witness stand. Her real name is...
This is actually a really good...
Yeah, I actually forgot this was going on. I totally
forgot about this. And so when I made the connection, I was like, oh shit!
Yeah.
God, that's good.
Dahlia.
That's really good.
I never thought I'd have to utter your fucking name again. Let alone see you. It's been a long time. Dahlia Hawthorne.
Huh. Hawthorne?
Sister Iris had a twin sister. And you're looking at her. Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
That name rings some bells. Distant bells, but wasn't he the judge in Diego's?
No, in Diego it was the other judge.
Oh no, he's thinking of the first case.
Right,
with
he was in the first case,
yes.
The P-boy.
Distant bells, but bells nonetheless.
And the bells, bells.
It's just your imagination, Gramps. This file contains all the relevant data about Dahlia Hawthorne. I just happen to have this, even though
in your
there's
pocket.
No way she's related to this
in your
at all.
Dahlia pocket.
I just carry this around with me all the time.
Yeah, in case Dahlia comes up.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I remember now. That case 5 years ago. I'm gonna get some water. I'm very thirsty. Please pause.
No, I have to continue all the time. My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I just want to say it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
I guess
I don't know.
The honor is all mine.
Oh my god.
No, the honor is all mine. Everybody's just... Oh.
But according to this...
We just...
The judge just like teleported back in time for a second.
You had a Ratatouille moment.
Dahlia Hawthorne, that was my favorite fuck.
Whoa, your favorite fuck. Well, everybody is drawn back to their favorite fuck from time to time.
Sorry, I gotta just adjust
this. We got some technical...
Okay. Dahlia Hawthorne is already dead.
Whoa.
It says her execution was carried out last month.
So what? Death has no meaning. I thought he was going to say death has no meaning in general.
In general.
Death has no meaning in this courtroom. What?
Why doesn't anybody remember that spirits and shit are real? Like, what? It's been well established.
Remember so many trials? Pretty fun trials, but so many trials with them.
Oh man, we have been through a lot of trials together.
Haven't we? Order!
Wait a moment. How can you... My sister, she's already dead, and once people die, you can't ever talk to them again.
Stop it! She's already dead!
What kind of bullshit? Objection! You of all people should already understand. After all, the blood of the master of the Kurine channeling technique flows within that body.
The Kurine channeling technique. Now where have I heard that?
Several times. That's right. You're not Dahlia Hawthorne herself. You're the spirit of Dahlia currently inhabiting the body of a spirit heart.
A spirit heart, holy shit.
That's just like Meyer.
Does look
That's cool. What an exciting... Sorry. What an exciting story. Exciting, but quite impossible.
Go to a Charlie Brown adult who put on a robot mask and gave it a
You know,
hand.
if Godo was a Charlie Brown adult, that would explain a lot of things. You're asking us to buy that Dahlia Hawthorne just happened to be channeled by
We
someone.
gotta get one of us out there. Who's gonna do it?
On the very... Man, seeing one of us out there in the middle, that'd be so cool.
He's doing great. He's killing it.
On the very night of the murder, to a temple where her twin sister, Iris, was...
Well, if you're going to put things that way, then yes.
Objection! We're supposed to believe a coincidence like that just happens?
Yes, objection! Naturally, it was no coincidence. The whole thing was part of a plan from the very beginning.
I see.
It's all written here in these instructions. Right here. Ah, what's that? These instructions were written by your mother, Morgan Fay. Morgan Fay, remember her? God. And part of the plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled. That night, there were 2 irises at the Hazakura Temple. 2 iri, you might say.
No, you'd say irises.
I know.
2 of them.
But phonetically, it sounds like you might. Even the time of the channeling was planned out. As soon as you hear the lights out bell. In other words, 10 o'clock p.m. Everyone knows that. However, Iris was seen before dinner time.
That means the Iris that was at dinner was the real Iris.
And the Iris who gave me this hood in the main hall was also the real Iris. Meaning that the Iris Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple was someone else dressed as her. Namely, one Dahlia Hawthorne.
Objection! Do you even know what you're saying, Trite?
I don't really listen to myself sometimes.
This whole channeling the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne business. Yes, it's true that you found plans that talk about it. However, there's one thing that's perfectly clear. The witness currently standing in the witness stand is the real Iris.
What?
It could be Iri, actually.
Yeah, it could be 2. Maybe it's 2 people standing in the same spot, so they overlap each other and you can't tell.
Calm down and remember what you know about the night of the
Maybe if
crime.
I just crane my head of, oh, holy shit, there's 2 of them.
After meeting Sister Bikini, the Dahlia Hawthorne that had been channeled would have been stranded at the inner temple due to the lightning strike.
Perfect!
That's what the corpse said.
There's no way that works at all! How could it be tied all the way and then suddenly let go? It's not a living thing!
It was later that the body was moved by pendulum. That was Godo mocking Phoenix's theory.
Yeah. Good little bit there, Godo.
Yeah,
It's
thank
very
you.
funny. That's right.
Naturally, that's what I think you sound like, by the way.
Oh, look at me! I'm Phoenix
Yeah, you know, you got me. You hit the nail on the head. That's wow. It's like talking into a yak back. You remember yak back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Naturally, that would mean that the Iris that received the body was the real Iris. Are you with me so far?
That's a yak back. You could like talk into it. Yeah, yes.
I had a yak ball.
A ball.
It was cool because
Okay.
you would like you would talk into the yak ball. I got this from like a cereal prize because
Okay.
I collected enough.
That
box
sounds like the
tops.
neighborhood of what those are.
It was pretty fucking awesome because you would talk into the ball. Sorry, I'm sidetracking. Talking into the ball, and then you would throw it to someone, and when they caught it,
Yeah.
the message would play.
Oh, that's fun.
Because it's like, you know, the impact of it hitting their hand
Yeah.
would trigger it playing.
That'd be fun
so
to
you'd
have.
You'd be like way far away and like whisper into it like,
Yeah.
hey, you're dumb. And throw it, and they catch it, and then they listen to it.
Oh, that'd be fun to have.
I
now.
actually
I want one.
loved having it. Maybe they have something like that now.
Huh.
After being notified of what happened, sorry, I just love yak balls, the police came to Hazakura Temple's main hall.
No, I mean, we have time to just fucking dwell on the past. That's
There they found Iris in her room and arrested her.
not like a legal proceeding or anything.
And ever since, she's been under police supervision at the detention center.
Yes, I suppose. I can't deny any of that. Whew, thank goodness. It looks like he's finally convinced. But something still seems off. Way off. I'm still not convinced that the Iris here is the same one from the other night.
Ha! I suppose you're about to say something really ridiculous.
I'm gonna try real hard. I'm gonna do the best I can.
Like the real Iris and the spirit of Dahlia somehow switched places?
Switched places? Like in Parent Trap? To be perfectly
I
honest...
didn't see Parent Trap.
Oh, I guess that's a spoiler
I
then.
have standards.
There are still... What's wrong with Parent Trap?
It's just no good.
Fuck you. There are still quite a... You said you haven't seen it. A few things I don't understand, but I do know.
Didn't have to. Took one look at the cover art and I was like, oof.
That unless we confirm the witness's identity, we can't continue with this trial.
Iris doesn't have the spiritual power needed to channel Dahlia, which means they must have switched places somewhere.
Well, Mr. Wright, since the time she was arrested at Hazakura Temple,
I remember.
have there been any chances for Iris to switch places with Dahlia Hawthorne? Yeah, there was a
there
low-
one?
Yes,
there was a
was.
little baby chance. Your Honor, I think there might have been one chance.
Oh, explain yourself.
Oh, I gotta do that. Yesterday, for a few minutes, Iris's whereabouts were unknown.
Unknown? What do you mean?
What I mean is, there was a span of time in which Iris was able to move about freely, unsupervised. Like a grown adult.
Well, who was it? Who would give a murder suspect time to move about freely like that?
Weird to frame it to... Okay. I'm sorry. I know you didn't mean to. It wasn't your fault.
Aw.
The person who gave Iris the chance to freely move about was...
It was edgy.
Egworth.
Egworth, he was
Where's he
scared.
at? Okay.
This is Mr. Egworth? I don't know.
I call
Is
him
it-
that sometimes. He gets real mad. It's funny.
It's really funny. It's not.
Your Honor,
Egworth.
maybe on the next episode.
My middle name is Kurt, not Fart.
Well, I like to say fart because you always do this. It's funny.
It's an office quote.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no, I missed the reference.
Anyway.
Oh no.
Anyway, Your Honor, you like The Office, right?
No.
Oh.
Hate it. I like the British one.
Oh, okay.